Make the ground shake.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Counter-Strike. Now today, I'm just going to be playing some game. Just going to be playing some game up in here. No, I'm going to be playing some games. And while I tell some stories throughout, like, the time I've been alive, okay? Now, we're going to start from when I was very little. The only reason I'm doing this is because I have no clue what to make for a video today. And this is what it came down to. Okay, so when I was little, I was 3. Okay, I went to Disney World, and it was like the best thing in the world. I couldn't go on all the rides because I was like a little like 1 foot tall. Okay, not really. I was like I think probably like 1.5, 2 feet tall. I don't know how tall I was when I was 3. Okay, don't ask me that question. Okay, and so we get there. I go on all the little rides I can, you know. And as a 3-year-old, I had already watched some Star Wars, and I love Star Wars. Like, even now, I am in love with the Star Wars franchise. Like, everything about Star Wars is so sick, except the Rebels. Like, Star Wars Rebels can leave, okay? Okay, and the Clone Wars can leave. Because, no, only... only the movies, okay, and the games. Because, like, I know a lot of people like the Clone Wars and the Rebels series, but you might like it, and that's totally chill, but I just don't, okay? So anyways, camper. Anyways, so we get there. I'm like having a blast, and we go to this ride. It was the Star Wars ride. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it was the Star Wars ride. All right, and I was not tall enough to ride the ride, and I was very upset. However, every single other person in my family was tall enough to ride the Star Wars ride. So what they did, this is what they did. They knew I wanted to ride the ride, most of all, out of anyone. And they send my grandmother to wait in the line with me. All of the rest of them go outside. Go outside onto the ride. No, they go inside to the ride. They do the ride. Then, they send my mother out, and then my grandma out, inside, to do the ride, and I don't get to go to the ride. So the whole time they're like, oh yeah, you have to stand in this hot line while we go and watch the show. I can't speak English. While we go on the ride for Star Wars, my most favorite thing of all time. Okay, and so yeah, that was a painful experience, a sad, painful experience of me. Okay, then same year when I was 3, it was probably like a couple months later or a couple months before. I don't actually remember. My sister and I used to take turns turning the TV off if it was left on. Now we're gonna mute this guy, hold on. And one day we were about to leave to go somewhere, you know, all jazzed up and ready to go, and we realized as we walked down the stairs, there's about 3 of us on the bottom of the stairs, my mother, my sister, and I, we realized that the TV is left on. Now, I don't know why, but when we were little, we used to think turning the TV off was like the coolest thing. Okay, it was just like awesome because it would go pew and it would like do that little sizzling thing. And it was just like, it was dope. Okay, it was just freaking cool. Okay, don't ask questions about turning TVs off when you in 2003. Okay, 2002, my bad. And so no, 2003. I am the stupidest human being on the face of the earth right now. So we both start running to the TV to turn it off. Okay. And I'm running. Danielle's running right next to me. We're getting close to the TV. And then all of a sudden, I trip over a toy. Probably one that I left out. And I fell face first, forehead first, into what's it called? The entertainment center, and cracked my head open. Now the only thing I remember from that day is looking up, blurry, seeing my mom talking to another adult, looking over and panicking, and then realizing to take me to the hospital. So that was the time I cracked my head open. The next thing I have to say is the day I learned how to ride my bike. Well, it was a Sunday. We had all gone to church, okay? And we were talking in church, my sister and I, because we were bored. Like, no one likes church. Okay, like, people do like church. I mean, like, as a kid, you don't want to be at church. You want to go be, like, playing outside, riding your bike, or video games or something, you know what I mean? So we're talking, having a blast, maybe being a little bit too excessively loud, but, you know, that's not a problem, okay? It's not a problem. And so we're doing this on bed, and we got in trouble. We got grounded from going outside for the rest of the day. Now we get home, it's like 4 o'clock. We've been home for like all day, staying inside, not being able to really do much of anything, okay? And staying inside, doing our thing. And my parents go outside and talk to the neighbors, because at this time we lived in Joliet, and everyone talked to everybody there, okay? And so they go on outside, and my sister has this brilliant, bright, amazing, inspirational, motivational idea to clean the house for my parents to get ungrounded. And I was like, oh my god, yes. Now, we were like 5, okay? She was like 6 or 7. And the cleaning the house, so to say, was not like scrubbing, dusting, putting clothes away. No. It was getting the little Swiffer sweeper and the spraying the little kitchen floor, wiping it around, putting it back in the closet, picking up toys, and making our beds. Okay, that's what cleaning was, okay, to us. We're like, nah, dude, we ain't scrubbing on hands and knees on the floor, dude. No, screw that crap. So we do it, and we're like, oh my god. It took like an hour and a half because we're little and stupid and we don't know how to do anything. Okay, I see how that is. And we're like, oh my god, this was the most painful, hard-working activity I've ever done in my life. And we called them from the door, because we weren't allowed to go outside, because if we went outside, we'd get like we'd get beat. Okay, we're like, no, dude, you talk in church, you get beat, okay? So we call them from the screen door, like yelling across the street, like, hey, come inside, we clean the house, and blah, blah. So they walk inside the garage, and they're like, yo, oh my god. And at this time, they were all having a couple of drinks, okay? And nothing bad on my parents. It's just what adults do, okay? It's just normal. Sometimes, for most adults, okay? And they're just a little bit tipsy, but they were fine, okay? You know what I mean? Like, it was just funny, okay? This stuff's just funny. And so they're like, yeah, you guys can be ungrounded. Now, at this time, it's like 6 o'clock, 6:30, okay? And we go outside, and I haven't learned to ride my bike yet. Yeah, I know, 5, not learning to ride your bike yet. You're a loser. Yes, I know, okay? So we go outside. I get on my bike to practice. You know, I'm like, yo, dude, I want to learn how to ride my bike. And my neighbor who lived across the street from me, she wanted to help. She was an older lady, okay? And she was so nice, okay? Her name was a name, because I'm not going to say names up in here, even though it doesn't really matter, but I'm not going to do that. So she helped me ride my bike, and that night, since everyone was having a blast, we got to stay out till like 2:30 in the morning, and it was so amazing. Like, I had never stayed up that late in my whole entire life, ever. And I was outside in the summer, having a nice day, having a nice night, by the way, instead, you know, more likely, I can't speak English, having a nice night. And all of a sudden, I learned how to ride my bike. Like, out of nowhere. I was like, wow. The day I got grounded, the day I talked in church, got scolded, grounded, cleaned the house, went outside till 1 a.m., and freaking, like, played games. But that's the day I learned how to ride my bike. That's like the best day of all days to learn how to ride your bike ever. Alright. Now, next story. Now, I don't really tell much people this, but when I was like 10, okay, I did not have very good going to the bathroom, you know, like, ways to go to the bathroom, okay? And like, it was just, let's just keep it short and simple. It sucked, okay? Yo, so one day I went to a sleepover at my cousin's house, and all that stuff happened, and I was so excited. It was like the first time I ever went to a sleepover at my cousin's house when I was like older, you know, and I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to play some video games, okay? And we get there, and that stuff happens, Alright. And we're doing it. We're playing video games. And then it happens. And I had to go home after like an hour and a half of sitting in the bathroom. Yes, kid you not. An hour and a half. Okay. I had to go home. Sadly. And yeah, so that was the time that happened. Okay. Alright, so another story I've got is when I was like I was a child. I don't know how old I was. Whoa. And my sister and I did something bad. Like really bad. I don't remember what. Traumatizing yet. One night, and I'll explain why later. Okay. And we did something bad. So my dad's all like, yo, it's wooden spoon spanking time. So he goes to my sister's room first, because my room was down the hallway, like farther away from her house. Her house. Yes, Zach. Zach's too smart, kid. Oh, hey. Okay. Thank you. You always do the color. And so he goes in there, and she gets like beat on the butt with the wooden spoon. Like, it stings. That stuff stings. If you ever get beat on the butt with a wooden spoon, it stings. Okay. And shut up, Owen. Okay, it stings. And then he starts coming to my room. My door's shut, because I am like, nah, dude, this stuff's scary. And I panic. I keep the dangerous book of voice. Okay, it's like a scout book, you know, like that kind of stuff. And I put it in my pants, like on my butt.
Thank you, brother.
Yes.
Thank you.
On my butt.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. And the only reason I thought of this is because in Diary of a Wimpy Kid, he was gonna get spanked. And I was like, oh my god, this will work. Now, if my dad found out that I actually did that, he would beat me even harder. So I did that. He walks in, he like, boom, you know, like really bad. And I'm sitting there pretend crying. And he doesn't even notice. So he walked away. I pulled the book out of my pants. And I was like, dude, I just got away with that. And I was the happiest man on earth. Happiest boy on earth. But I was also sad because I was going to get spanked real hard. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's the story. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. Comment on what you want to see more of. Probably not this. I was just bored today, and people get bored. You know, it just happens. And this is the Zach. Nope. This is Zach, the Shrub, signing out. I will see you guys later. Goodbye. I'll edit that video.